Hello, everybody. My name is Jeannette. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I live in Quebec. And I am ready for your questions. Now, I hope you've all seen my card. Unfortunately, I'm in a hotel. Just a minute. I think I have to turn my volume down. Okay, there. Now, can everybody hear me now? I was, I think I was getting an echo because I didn't turn down the volume on my computer. Okay, great. You sound great. All right, super. So as I was saying, and unfortunately, I do not have my card with me because I'm still on vacation. I thought I would be back home in time, and I'm not. Life happens. We decided to go and visit relatives, my husband's elderly sisters, and we're on our way home now. And I didn't want to miss this. I didn't want to miss your questions. So, who's got questions? How did you get started with card making? Oh my goodness. I got started with card making using the computer. I had some kind of app and I used to make my card on my screen. I'm a computer freak. Make my card on my screen and then print it out and fold it. And that was my card. No dimension when you print, right? So as time went on, I learned how to add stuff to my cards. And I've always liked crafting. I'm not very creative, but I love to craft. I don't know if you understand what that means. Like inventing, I can take something and be inspired by it and do it my own thing with it. So that's how pretty much I got into card making. I took classes and card making. Okay, Leslie asked, could you use a white ink pad around the moon on your card? Could you use a white ink pad on the moon? White ink pad. I didn't. I didn't try it, but I really don't know, unfortunately. I didn't use a white ink pad, so I don't really know. I'm sorry, Leslie. Debbie, I remember a program. I used it back when I ran out of Christmas cards. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the program, unfortunately, Debbie. But yeah, and but it's so much more fun doing real cards. What technique do you think you use the most? What technique do you think you're the most known for? Any and every technique. I try every single technique there is under the sun. I think I like what impressed me the most was when I tried the Stampin' Up! Blends on vellum paper with 99% alcohol. I took the piece of vellum paper and I took the Stampin' Blends, three colors, and I just write strokes on them in different colors, strokes across the vellum. And then you take the alcohol and I use a stipple brush. I don't know if anybody knows what a stipple brush is. It's a hard brush when you're painting. I used to paint, and I dip it in the alcohol and then dip it on the um, the blends on the vellum, and it made such a beautiful background. I think that is my favorite of all time. However, when I first started card making, I went to a crop, and the woman in charge of the crop, she was making a demonstration, and she had a cuttlebug. I had never seen a cuttlebug, didn't know what it did, so I went up and saw the demonstration. And when I saw the texture come out of the cuttlebug, I was absolutely blown away. So dry embossing would have to be an everyday technique that I use. Are there any other questions? If someone is just getting started with card making, what's your advice? My advice would be to maybe start out with a kit. We have kits. Start out with a kit. Everything is included. It's not too overwhelming. Now, if you don't want to get a kit with everything in it and step by step, I suggest you would get cards cardstock, black ink pad, and a stamp with a lot of text, and maybe one with a an image that you love. Like if you're into flowers, get a flower image, and that's what I would suggest. But I usually recommend a kit, all inclusive. Do you have a video? I do have a video of that stipple technique. It's on my other YouTube channel in French, but I will transfer it onto Card Making Plus. I do have a video of that. Yes, I will. And Joyce, I will put that on Card Making Plus when I get home, when I get back into order. Thanks for asking. Harriet, other than Stampin' Up, who are some of your favorite brands to create with? I don't use much other than Stampin' Up. Um, I have been using their products for over 13 years, and when I started to become a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I loved their products so much that I just didn't. Let's see, other than who are some of your favorite brands to create with? I don't really create with any other brands. I'm sorry. What what's the next new technique you're going to try? The next new one I see. The next new one I see. I'm going to try the next new technique I see. I don't know. I think I've got them pretty much all covered, though. Are there any new techniques to try? Let me know, and I'll try it. Uh, Rashonda, what type of ink or stamping do you think would be best for someone who has never used either to try? I'm kind of prejudiced. I don't know any other. I used to use these eye inks and they dried up so fast. I don't know who they were made from. Memento ink, that's a good one. Um, and I only use Stampin' Up! Inks. I'm sorry. I can't help you out there. I use Stampin' Up! Inks because they stamp so clear. Everything is color coded, so I can't tell you what other inks there are. Joyce, what's your favorite crafting tool? I would have to say the Stamparatus, but Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell it anymore. So I would say a stamping positioner. A stamping positioner because you can do so much with it. You can align your stamps. You can uh, cut out your stamps. For if you're doing a lot of them, you can cut one out, line up your stamp with the cutout with the negative, and then just go bam, 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 and it's done. So a stamping tool. What do you? What do I do with the cards I make? Well, I give them away and I keep them. I don't sell my cards, unfortunately. Um, so I've just got a whole lot of cards. But I do give some away. I use them in my classes. I use examples in my classes. And yeah, so I got a house full of cards. Create with Katrina. Do you craft a lot for Christmas? And if so, what? I prefer the classic colors, red and green. I know, it seems to be blue is quite popular. Blue was quite popular one year, and I really had a hard time. I love green and red and gold and silver. To me, that's Christmas. Um, Resenda again, I will elaborate my question. I have seen Versa ink, alcohol ink, distress inks, etc. I do not know the difference with each. Okay, Versa ink. If you're talking about Versamark, that's like a glue, a sticky ink, which you use to emboss. You will stamp, you will add embossing powder, you will take a heat gun, that's another one of my favorite techniques. You take a heat gun and the powder melts and it gives like a little definition to your image. Um, Distress inks, I don't use them. I don't know what they are. I don't know how to use them. I use water-based inks, which are Stampin' Up! Inks. So I would say water-based inks for me. Harriet, what is your favorite theme to create with? Florals, animals, etc. I love florals and butterflies. Florals and butterflies. Um, Scenic. Scenic, cards I have a bit of a hard time with. I guess it's my creativity that's missing there, like trees and scene cards. I do love to do, skies. I did skies a lot a long time ago. I hope I remember how to do them because I wanna get back into that. But, yeah, florals and butterflies. I love butterflies. Tina, my son just got never used it before. Did you find it easy and fun to use? That was my first thing was a cuddle bug, and it is very, very easy. I outgrew it and went to a big shot, and now I'm using the Stampin' Up! Die and cutting machine. But yes, the cuddle bug, you won't have a hard time with it. How often do you craft? Um, in the last year, I haven't crafted a lot because I have been ill, but, before that, I crafted every day. I would get up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, take my coffee and my breakfast upstairs, and I was at it. So, yeah, but, I'm hoping that in September after the holidays, I start crafting a lot again. I'm feeling much better. Leslie, question, could those rectangles you made be used to make a pop-out card? Rectangles, okay, now I'm trying to think of my card because I believe my card was a pop-up card. Huh, hmm, I'd have to go back and look at my card, which I don't have here. What do you do when you've lost your mojo? I go on Pinterest and I search. I go on Pinterest, I go on YouTube. Actually, I've been doing that a lot when I was ill, trying to get my mojo back. I go on Pinterest. I go anywhere where I can see new things, something that'll catch my eye. I love to do fancy folds. Um, my intermediate classes are mostly fancy folds, but, yeah, when you lose your mojo, it's pretty hard to get back into it. So I would say, um, search Pinterest, look at, videos on YouTube, find something that catches your eye, and just do it. Kim, I'm so glad you're feeling thank you very much, Kim. I am. It was a hard winter. Are there any other questions? Do you do I do. I've started sublimation. Um, and if you don't know what sublimation is, it's, where you print on sweaters and stuff on T-shirts and stuff like that. And I have my scan and cut. I do not have a Cricut. I have a scan and cut, which I love and I adore because it cuts out my Stampin' Up! Designer paper. So I do love that. What is your favorite tool to use? My favorite tool to use would be, my heat gun, my scoring board. I know a lot of people score with their trimmer, but I definitely have to score with my, scoring board. I feel the scores are so much more so deeper and more precise because on a trimmer, you can go just a little bit over, a little bit under, whereas with the scoring tool, right there. Thanks for asking, Amy. Tell us a little bit about your summit freebie. Oh, if I can remember my summit freebie, I think it was more gift card holders, if I recall. They were gift card holders. I love gift cards. I absolutely think they are the bomb. Uh, I have older children and grandchildren. My youngest grandchild is 18 years old, and, they don't want gifts anymore, they want gift cards or money. So that's why I focused on that this year, cards and, let's see now, I should have gone into my computer and got it, but I think they're gift card holders. Create with Katrina. Do you make cards in all different sizes or do you have a favorite? I do make cards in different sizes. When I'm making a special card for somebody for their birthday, they will mostly be 6 by 6 or 5 by 7. I love slim cards, but when I'm just making a card or teaching, I teach the standard A4, I think it is, 5.5 by 4 1/4. That's the cards I usually make. My Christmas cards will all be 5.5 by 4 1/4. But if I have a special birthday, they will be 6 by 6 or 7 by 5 or a slim card. And a lot of them are pop-ups. Helen, have you ever had formal art training? I have never had art training. I can draw a stick on. No, I have no art training at all, so I can't help you with that. Tina, where do you get your inspiration? I do get my inspiration, Tina, from Pinterest, from other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, from Stampin' My Love, from Gina K Designs, from artists. I get it everywhere. Ev by now, I know I could go through a list of my favorite crafters, and, I'd be here till tomorrow. They're all so creative. Jean, do you have a special card for money, or do you use the gift card? Well, the gift card that I made, if you don't seal it to fit the little envelope on the inside, if you can just seal it at both ends and money will fit in there. And yes, I do have you can take a slim card and make it a little longer, fold it up, and attach the ends, which I will be doing a lot of during my, Christmas card making, videos. You just tie up the ends, glue the ends down, and you can slip money in them. Yes, I do have, special card money for money. Thanks for asking, Jean. Send my love, best craft room. That's a funny one because my craft room is less than organized. So craft organizing tip, don't have one, sorry. I would say pick up after every product, after every project, which sometimes I don't do because I'm in the middle of a project. And I can leave a project there overnight, go back and change a whole lot of things the next day. But if the project is finished, yes, pick up after each project. Otherwise, you will be looking forever and ever and ever for something. I guess that would be my best organization tip. Thanks, Sammy, my love. Sent me some love, Brandy. Thank you. All right. Are there any more questions? Okay, I think that seems to be all for the questions. Harriet, what's something on your wish list you want to purchase in the next 3 months? Well, our Christmas catalog just came out, so I'll be searching that when I get home. And I think I saw a couple of really beautiful collections that they have that I will be purchasing. What I would like to purchase, and I think I saw it from artist, is the ink press where she spreads some ink on it and then makes background cards. That's something I've been wanting for a while. Gel plate, that's the one. A gel plate. Yeah, that's the one. Gel plate. I love the demonstration she made with it on her YouTube channel, and I've got it on my wish list. It's time to wrap up. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Please tag me in my Facebook group, with your inspired creations. Any other questions? Thank you so much for having me and listening to me. I hope I answered most of your questions. You can follow me on Facebook, on YouTube, and I do send emails out once a week. Well, I haven't been, but I will be sending emails out once a week with a free tutorial if you sign up for my newsletter. So that's all for me. And now we're heading home, back home. Have a great one, guys. Enjoy the rest of the